man, James Gunn just continues to cook with this DC universe. We've been getting a ton of announcements as of late, a ton of updates on like filming. Like we've seen the Superman movie is coming along really great. We know the Supergirl movie is starting production early next year and will be coming out in 2026. A bunch of other non-DCU related projects like the Penguin's happening right now. The Batman Part 2 is going to be happening. Apparently the Batman Part 3 should be happening. All of these really awesome things. But as we know, James Gunn has had this little taste and interest in something called DCU, all these like Elseworld projects that are unrelated to DCU. Again, we know we're getting like a Jurassic like animated Justice League movie, which is really interesting. Something I think the kids are for sure going to like. But in a recent report, it is being said that a dynamic duo film is focused on the Robins is in the works at DC. Again, this is the logo and stuff that James Gunn revealed. It says dynamic duo here. You got the DC Studios logo here, a Warner Brothers animation. He actually goes on to say in a Instagram thing as well, saying over the moon to announce the newest DC Studios / Warner Bros. Picture animation greenlit film for theaters, dynamic duo, the story of Robin, or should I say Robins, as in Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. The first feature film from the visionary Swaybox, a mix of animation, puppetry, and CGI. A script from the wonderfully talented Matt Eldritch, produced with our partners at Matt Reeves' 6th and Idaho. This is something special. Again, this script writer actually did the new Captain America movie, which looks fantastic. I'm extremely excited to see it. And it's got Matt Reeves in it, who has been cooking and helping out with these for so long. Again, another one, it just says it's the origin of the animated film titled Dynamic Duo. It will follow Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, Orphan Thieves, produced by Matt Reeves and James Gunn. It will be said that it will be separate from the Reeves DC universe, so not a part of the Batman one, but it hasn't been said if it will be in James Gunn's DCU universe. Now, I don't think it personally will. This will probably be an Elseworlds project, but yeah, it could very well be. Again, I think Red Hood he's a very cool character, obviously. Again, I definitely have not the biggest knowledge on him compared to some of the DC fans out there. I'm more of a Dick Grayson fan who, of course, does become Nightwing, who a ton of people have been asking for his own separate project. Will we be getting that ever in like live action? I'm not too sure, but this is a right step. But in terms of, again, Jason Todd being in this as Red Hood, we've seen in Gotham Knights he does come against Clayface. Pause. But there is a fight scene, obviously, that is really, really awesome from the game that I think would be very interesting here. We have heard rumors before that Clayface could very well be a villain in a future upcoming Batman project. It was being said to be the Batman Part 2, but could that be mistaken? Could we have a Clayface in this animated project of a movie? That would be really interesting. And how is Batman, what is he going to do with this movie? How is this going to go? Because from my understanding, I think in usual media, Batman usually has Jason Todd. It goes down the line till eventually we get to see Damian Wayne be a Batman or Robin, and that's pretty cool because we know that he is the son of Batman. Is it Damian Wayne or Damon Wayne? It's Damian Wayne, surely. I haven't absolutely cooked this. Yes, it's Damian Wayne. I second guessed myself for no reason there, even though I've seen The Brave and the Bold. It's been a long time to say the least. But this is awesome. Like, Nightwing and Red Hood, going to, how is the origin going to play out here? Are they going to start off, you know, as Robin? So we're going to see their development under Bruce Wayne. Who is going to be the voice actor of Bruce Wayne is also an interesting thing. And how much of Batman are we really going to see? Is it going to be the same Batman as, you know, the DCU? Could it be like a Glenn Powell or a Jake Gyllenhaal, a Alan Richardson? Ton of different actors that a lot of people are really, really wanting to see as Batman. But yeah, I don't know. This, to me, feels like it's going to be an Elseworlds project. But I'm, of course, so interested to see how this is going to play out. And yeah, this is so different. And it just seems like James Gunn is really cooking, and Matt Reeves as well. Both of these guys are like a dynamic duo at the moment, giving us all of this Batman content, whether it's the Batman movies, the Penguin show, the new Brave and the Bold movie, all of this type of stuff. Again, I'm so interested to see how this is going to all play out. So I've said this 100 million different times on the channel, but it is finally good to get confirmation by leaks that this is actually happening. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it is currently being reported that the DCU's new Batman will be less grounded and more fantastical, so that it will be different than Matt Reeves' The Batman universe. Batman in the new DCU will be fantastical. This means that the villains will not be realistic like in real life, because Matt Reeves only wants relatable and grounded villains, but the new DCU will give the fans all of it. So, I mean, yeah, this is awesome. This is enough to make my freaking man boobs get hard, because I'm really excited to see what James Gunn and the DCU are really going to cook up. Of course, we know that in Matt Reeves' universe, all the villains are being pretty realistic and whatnot. You got the Penguin, the Riddler, Falcone, etc., etc. While a lot of villains have just never been used in Batman movies, or have been used and not used very great. I'm talking about, of course, Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy being two really fantastical characters that I think would be absolutely awesome and amazing to see in James Gunn's DCU. Of course, he is starting off with The Brave and the Bold as the first Batman movie, which will introduce us to Robin, aka Damian Wayne, and all of the other Bat family members such as Dick Grayson, I think Jason Todd, etc., etc., will most likely be introduced in this Bat family movie, The Brave and the Bold. We also know that the Teen Titans movie is coming as well, which will obviously feature Robin again in that. We know, I think that movie is supposed to be filming like end of 2025, which means that we could be getting it a lot sooner than really what I expected and what I thought they were going to do. But the reality is as well, is that in all of these movies, we're going to be seeing some fantastical characters. Again, some of the ones I would love to see, as I just said, is Mr. Freeze would be so awesome in like a Heart of Ice type of movie. And it'd be awesome if they continued having these Batman movies be called something unique, and a unique title that is inspired of like a comic book or a TV show, etc., etc. Again, Brave and the Bold, obviously inspired by numerous things. Again, there was a cartoon animated TV show called The Brave and the Bold. You've also got, I think, Heart of Ice. Imagine a movie called Heart of Ice, and it had Mr. Freeze as the villain. It would just be so hard, man, if they went something like that. But as I just said, Mr. Freeze would be awesome as a fantastical villain. Poison Ivy would be one I'd very much like to see. I think a version of Bane that is like juiced up on adrenaline and whatever Arnold used back in the day would be absolutely awesome to see. I mean, Clayface, we haven't seen like a version of Clayface that actually looks like Clayface in that long, especially in live action. Again, Man-Bat, I think, comes to my head. I mean, those were just villains off the top of my head. Again, Killer Croc, Firefly, I think that's his name. Yeah, some of them would be so freaking awesome to see in this Matt Reeves Batman universe. And it's going to be cool to see where they go with this, because we know that Matt Reeves is probably going to be using characters like the Court of Owls and Hush, maybe even Hugo Strange, Professor Pig, a lot more of those serial killer, real type of grounded characters. Yeah, it'd be so awesome to see James Gunn and the DCU's Batman explore Mr. Freeze in a proper way, a real Heart of Ice story, and even a Poison Ivy would be so awesome, man. I really do hope we do get to see these characters brought to life. But again, if you haven't already, I'd very much like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this in the comments section down below. Please don't forget to make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for the latest gaming content, movie content, news, all of the above. Go check out my sports channel, my IRL/vlogging channels. Links for them will be in the description down below. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.